Are you listening?
The Running Wrestling Podcast. End your week the right way fast. Step into the ring with us, no DQ, just trust. The Running Wrestling Podcast.
What's up, everybody? Welcome into the Running Wrestling Podcast. I am your host, Big Mike, and I am joined, as always, by my brother, my friend, my partner, Spedrock. What's going on, Spedrock?
It's going good. It's actually, we got a little taste of spring here in Pennsylvania, all right? And it's not like freezing
It's
cold
like
anymore.
70 here in Alabama. Good Lord, It's hot.
It's 50. What was it today? Like 53, 54 up here in Pennsylvania? And that's not normal in January, you know? We're like, yeah, just a few weeks ago. Yeah, that is a heat wave. And apparently we're going to get some rain tomorrow. Hey, listen, I should go outside and plant some stuff, you know? Like, maybe we won't get cold for the rest of the year.
Yeah, unfortunately, we're getting rain tomorrow, too, and it's going to turn cold. It's going to be like in the 20s next week, too. It's going to go back down.
I saw that.
I think it was almost 70 here in Alabama.
I see TC saying 53. That guy's going to hate life here soon because I know he's up in Michigan, and I see that clip, that storm coming in, and it's about to blow through Michigan. Yeah, like he's going to be hating life here in a minute. Oh, man. Oh, man, Oklahoma is 67.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. As we say hello to some of the people up in the audience, Mike from the Kicking Attitude podcast, 67 there in Oklahoma. And yeah, AC being broke is not good. Isaiah has 62. No. I think Isaiah's around North Carolina area, South Carolina. I think he's around that area.
Illinois.
TC Illinois, is 53.
Michigan area.
Yeah, as we get our daily weather report here from the Running Wrestling Podcast, where we don't just talk wrestling. If you guys joined us for our behind the scenes last 30 minutes over on Twitch, everybody jumping in there. Virginia, and it's close. Come on now, it's within 2 states of North Carolina. Come on now,
meet me in DC for a show, man. I want to go. Let's go to the show together in DC.
What's up, Lady Alpha, who's in our behind the scenes, as well as Isaiah, Poke. Everybody in the behind the scenes over on Twitch. And if you want to, if you're watching on YouTube right now, you want to go join on Twitch, it's SB3DROCK over on Twitch. You get the extra 30-minute behind the scenes before we go live here on YouTube. And if you're over on Twitch and you're not already subscribed to the YouTube, go scan that QR code up there somewhere. There we go. There we go. Always got to get the right angle of the fingers. Always important.
Yeah, I know. I'm figuring it out. I'm figuring it out now. Yeah, just point towards the freaking shield.
Yeah, scan that QR code. That will take you directly to the YouTube link where you can subscribe for absolutely no cost. It helps us out, though. We're up to 273 right now. We've hit a little influx, about 4 or 5 people over the past week. So up to 273 subscribers right now, still pushing for 300. So thank you, everybody in here for that. But, we talked about weather. We talked about some movies, some anime. But we all know why you're here. You're here to talk wrestling. Don't want to hear us talk about other crap. So we will go on ahead and end your wrestling week the right way, as we do every week here, starting with SmackDown. And woo, you know it. It's Matt Cardona. The hell? They swerved us. We thought we were getting Zack Ryder again. The screen goes blank. And you hear always ready, and out comes Matt freaking Cardona. Zack Ryder's dead finally. We did get, look, and if we're going to pay tribute to John Cena, Zack Ryder being in that tournament was perfect.
Yes.
But now that John Cena's going, there is no tournament. There is no nostalgia a part of it. I guess there still kind of is because it's still him. Matt Cardona being back in the WWE, man, it just feels right to have the dude home.
It does feel right that he's home. And I love the fact that they kept him as Matt Cardona. They didn't bring back Zack Ryder. I do like that whole woo, always ready. And I love that. I thought that was awesome. But get rid of the woo. We don't need that. Always ready.
So I don't think they'll do it for the entire time. I think they did that just to swerve everybody.
Maybe 2 or 3
The only thing that would have made it better is if it would have had like the record scratch after the woo, where it just sounded like he's like, nope, cut it and then go to the song. We've talked about that before.
I want to ask you this question now, real fast. We saw We saw that TNA and AEW both said that nobody's getting calls anymore, right? And then we see Matt Cardona. Do you see, Nick coming back, Nemeth, as himself? Or
there have been rumors.
Yes.
Now, obviously, he didn't show up on Raw. If he was going to show up, I would have had him on the first episode of Raw.
Yeah.
In 2026 as a surprise. But I've heard the rumors that he may be coming back. And I don't know what people are talking about AEW not getting calls to sign people. They had a new dude on there yesterday.
No. Like people from WWE don't want people from AEW or TNA right now. They're not looking to sign people. Yeah, we were talking about this on Point Taken and Good Morning IWC, where WWE has been calling WWE like, hey, are you looking to sign? And they're like, no, we're not taking anyone right now. And then boom, big swerve. Here's Matt Cardona.
Yeah, but I would imagine he's probably been signed since he was in the tournament. They just didn't announce it. This has probably happened before that.
Yeah.
EW signed two. I saw one. I saw Jake.
And
I think they're calling him Jack or Jake. I think are they still calling him Jake? I know it's not Jake something. It's
on the last slide.
Else.
Dortley.
Doyle. Jack Doyle, maybe?
Doyle? That's what it is. Yo, he did?
Good mid
re-signed with TNA. Oh, that's good.
Good for him.
That's a good move. That's a good move for him. That's a real good move for him.
Yeah, Andrade made an appearance. He came back on Monday.
Yeah.
Or not Monday, on Wednesday.
He came back Sunday morning, really. Andrade was at Wrestle Kingdom with United
He came back
Empire.
to AEW on Wednesday.
It was beautiful seeing that match.
In almost the exact same way he came back the last time. In AEW.
Yeah, now.
It was almost an exact mirror of the way he came back both times. So that's pretty cool.
Yep.
But
Jake, there it is.
Jake Doyle. But back to SmackDown and the return of Matt Cardona. And look, let's not speed past the fact that we got one of the best new entrance themes before Matt Cardona came out. I have heard Kit Wilson's theme no less than 1,000 times in the past week.
It's on my Spotify now. It's on my Spotify. I love his song.
It's awesome. Like you start doing the hips a little bit when it comes on. It's
you're like, okay, I get what he's saying now. I need to get my masculinity in. Okay,
but
what's up?
But not toxic masculinity. Just
that's what I'm saying. You got to get the good masculinity. No, man, I like him. I like this gimmick. This is
it's great.
And he looked good. He looked really good in this match. A lot of this match, you can honestly say, Matt Cardona, he looked great. But we're all surprised by Kit Wilson, doing what he did. He stood his own. He looked great. And look. I love Pretty Deadly. But this dude by himself is like Alba Fire.
That was my next question is with him doing so well as a singles, getting a new theme as a single, what does that mean for Prince when he comes back? I mean, did they go single with Prince, or do they put him back together?
I think they put him on Raw, and then they try to get him back together and get him as a big push together. You know what I'm saying? So he'll be on Raw. Prince will be on Raw. Kit will be on SmackDown. But look, like I just said, out of the two, if we want to compare the Unholy Union to Pretty Deadly, Alba Fire and Kit Williams are side by side. Dawn and Prince are side by side. Okay. And look, Alba is a bad woman when she's in that ring. She's really good. We look at her and we look at a former NXT UK champion. Okay. We look at her and we look at a former WWE tag. No, they never won. Yeah, they did. Tag team.
They were the women's tag team champions.
Yeah. They won that. NXT, for sure. But either way, we look at Alba and we're like, oh, yeah, okay. Now we're looking at Kit and we're like, oh, all right, some big's coming for this kid, Something's coming for this kid. Or guy, adult, whatever.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm looking forward to what both of them do. I mean, a gimmick change for Kit, a debut for Cardona.
I like it.
It definitely raises SmackDown's profile a little bit. And I'll tell you what, the first 3 hour SmackDown
wasn't bad. Wasn't
Loved it.
bad.
Loved
Yep.
it. It flew by. It
It
didn't
did.
feel like 3 hours. And man, if they do this every week, which obviously it's hard to do. It's
Yeah.
almost nearly impossible to do this for 52 weeks out of the year. Man, if
Yeah.
they can hit like a 70% with this type of episode, it'll be a huge year for SmackDown.
Yep.
This was
This was a great show.
Which was included in it, Julia winning back her women's U.S. championship. Chelsea Green in the ring had a short run this time as U.S. champion. Julia getting the title back and is the 2-time U.S. champion. What'd you think?
I hope this time is different. I saw.
Yeah, me too.
I saw at the end, and I can't think of her name right now. Bottom right there with Julia holding the title. She was looking up at the title, and I was like, you know what?
She glanced up there.
I'm hoping that she turns on her soon because this sets up a Julia babyface. Kiana James, thank you. I know it's James. I just, I mess up in my head a lot. But I like this match.
If you follow her on socials, it's very confusing because she uses her real name on socials.
Yes.
So when you try to follow her, it's like Kayla King Klingsman or something like that.
Yeah.
So every time when she comes up, I want to call her Kayla for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Confusing.
Yeah, I want to call her Kalani. Yeah, and that's why I'm like,
Mike,
what up? But no, look, I like this match. This was a great match. It sets up a rematch for that U.S. title first. As we all know, Chelsea Green's going to get the rematch, of course. However, I like anything Chelsea Green does. All right. She's one of those female wrestlers that could get over a gimmick that's not supposed to get over. All right. She put her time in.
Don't speed past Jordan Grace was all over SmackDown too. I know she confronted Jade, but I think Jordan Grace falls very well into that women's U.S. title.
Well, she did say what she was like, you're making this a lot easier to Chelsea during that show. Yeah, about her pick between Raw and SmackDown. You're making this a lot easier. So I do see that happening as well. That they're going to build her up into the mid-card division, and she'll get into that.
Seeing a match between her and Julia again, I'm not mad at that because I'm
not mad at that.
NXT. They will put on a show. Julia can be more of her hard hitting style because we know Jordan Grace is hard hitting as well.
Yeah,
he's a little stiff, so they can actually have a little bit more of a physical match.
Yep.
So I think it will lend very well to both of their styles, and I think that'll be a great feud for no matter even if Grace doesn't win it right away. It'll be a great feud for both Grace and Julia once she settles in.
Yeah, you're not lying about that. I like this. This was a great.
But we had another feud that has been going on for the past 11 years. And I never thought I would say this.
Thank God.
But I really enjoyed this ambulance match between Priest and Black. I thought it was great.
A monkey can drive a car if you teach it right enough. All right. I mean, a freaking blind squirrel finds a nut. Yeah,
don't get me wrong. I don't ever want to see them fight again.
Never again.
Let's not go that far.
This was 6 months, way too long. All right, and this was your best one after 6 months. All right,
if you're gonna do it, save the best for last.
That's why I said a blind squirrel, finds a nut sometimes. Look, I'm just happy it's done. My co-host my co-host and my analyst. All right, and Stampede, you're in here. Hey, Mike, you're in here as well. You guys were talking about on Point Taken and also on Good Morning IWC about this match. And
CJD.
And what I'm saying is they made fun of they like this match, but they made fun of the ending. And by the ending, I mean the choke slam. Okay, because it was just a push.
Let's not call that a choke slam. He pushed him off the ambulance.
That's what I was going to say. Let's
not call it a choke slam.
We all agreed on Point Taken. It wasn't a choke slam. It was just a shove. It was just a shove. No. All right, but it's also answered the question: can Aleister Black take a bump? Will Aleister Black take a bump? Because there had been questions about that for so damn long. And then look what he does. He gets shoved off very poorly.
Even with that baby choke slam, Stampede gave it a 7.25.
And he was praising it on Point Taken on Saturdays.
that may be twice as high as he has rated any other Priest in Black match.
Oh,
I would almost say it is
God.
double
I
anything
would
he
say
has
it's
rated any
double.
of the other matches.
Oh, I would say it's double
Correct me if I'm
easily.
wrong, Stampede, but I would say I would say that's double anything you've rated any.
Oh
other.
yeah, easy right there for me. But yeah, like again, there's so many good things that happen on SmackDown now.
Yes.
Tricky Will is on
Yep.
SmackDown. All right, yeah, he had a good promo, and we were talking about that promo on Good Morning IWC, where I said this on Good Morning IWC. I was like, it was awesome to hear Sami Zayn saying, "No one's humbled you yet." You know, and then he humbled his ass right then and there, verbally. You know, he brought him back down. He was like, I don't give a damn that you're Tricky 2-time. I don't care they call you Tricky Will. I don't care what you call yourself. All right. I'm gonna whoop your ass. And I was like, that's old school. That's old school, and that's what we need. You know, with the old school vet telling the new kid on the block, like, shut the hell up, know your place. You know, and I love that. I love that. And then
we got another Obafemi vignette,
which
on there.
We'll get into that.
We'll get to
later.
Look, anybody that's watched the show knows we're going to talk about Obafemi at some point.
Yeah, well, yeah, we are. Well, you know, look, this is
great SmackDown. Great way to start the year.
Yeah.
Now we just had to find out if Raw lived up to that expectations, and we started off pretty hot with Raw, with the tag team champions. Yep. Kabuki Warriors defending against Rhea and Io Sky. Rhea and Io Sky take the victory, get the tag team titles, and are new tag team champions in what I thought was a good match. It was really good. It wasn't anything crazy. It's not anything you're going to remember at the end of the year when we start talking about, match of the year candidates or anything, but the right people won. I think there's a lot of cool storylines that you can tell with Rhea and Io. More than you could tell with the Kabuki Warriors, really.
Right now, yes, you're right. You're right.
Two of the most popular women on the entire roster in Rhea and Io. I'm glad they won it, and let's see what they do with it. What'd you think?
I like this match. No, I don't agree on the. I agree what you said after the Rhea and Io agreement. I don't agree with that part. I like Kabuki Warriors as tag. You're saying that you agree with the Riho.
The decision.
Call it. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, I don't agree with the decision. I agree with everything else that you said. Yes, they do pose more of a storyline for everyone else, in the tag team division. But the story was coming with the mega, what are we calling them? The mega bougie bull, the bougie, irresistible bougie. I don't know what we're calling them.
But they're both heels, though. With Rhea and Io having those titles, it makes more sense for Nia and Lash Legend to go.
No, I get that.
Yeah. Send one of them after Julia. You could do that.
I was like, hold on. I didn't read that at first right. I was like, hold on, what? No, I agree with that. I like that. Send Asuka. No, Asuka would be last. Asuka should be like your final boss at this point.
Asuka should be going after one of your big champions. She needs to be going after Stephanie or
I don't know. I agree with that. Yes, but what they did with the IC title, having Becky go down and get it and elevate it the way she did, I think they could do that with Asuka in the United States Championship, because she's one of those females that can elevate a lot.
Anyway, I did send one of them after. That'd be great. Anything to spice up the U.S. title picture is good. Definitely needs some new talent, some new blood in there. So that's why I was hoping Jordan Grace would go after because it's somebody different. I don't want to see B-Fab and Meechin and that whole little.
Who's hurt? They're both hurt.
Meechin's not hurt.
Meechin's hurt.
B-Fab is.
Meechin's on the injured list now. I don't know. Something happened.
When did that happen?
Yeah. I just saw it the other day that B-Fab and Meechin both hurt.
Maybe as bad as injuries are, and we're never going to applaud an injury. But we've talked about this many times in wrestling. Injuries create other opportunities. Maybe this will be another opportunity for someone else in that women's mid-card division over on SmackDown. So,
yeah.
speaking of the mid card division, we had our women's Intercontinental Champion Maxine Dupree going up against Becky Lynch, and Becky steals it. I mean, there's no other way to put it around it. Becky stole it.
My wife asked me, she goes, "How did she win that?" I was like, she was like, "She's in an ankle lock. How did she win that?" I was like, "She put off her weight and grabbed the rope." I was like, she just put her weight backwards and forced her shoulders down. She was like, "That was smart." I was like, "That's called ring IQ." Yeah, and I love when she notices that stuff. Like now she's starting to notice that she likes watching women's wrestling, and that's, hey, look, they're getting people. This is a good match, though.
It was. It wasn't Maxine's best match. She had a couple of little thoughts, a couple of times where she messed up. But then, look, she's still learning, to be expected.
Yeah,
I agree, Stampede. It was kind of clunky. But again, Maxine's, she's going to have those. She's only been doing this like a year and a half. So it's going to happen.
Yeah. Ooh, wow.
I don't necessarily agree with the decision the way it happened, though. Yeah, she's been wrestling for a couple of years. For a year and a half, 2 years, something like that. I thought if you were going to... I agree with Becky cheating to win. Yes. I would have much rather... Because obviously Maxine just got married this weekend. I thought they were going to try to write her off TV, maybe have Becky beat her down, and then have somebody come out and make the save.
Yeah.
Mainly the low-key legend, Eddie Neidhart. But that didn't happen.
Well, I was thinking...
Or even if you wanted to go AJ Lee.
Well, I was thinking they were going to rip the turnbuckle off, and have her hit that, roll up 1, 2, 3. That's another way you can write someone off, because that shit hitting you in the sternum, that can hurt. But no, we will get back.
I agree, Isaiah. Her going on her honeymoon, I thought they would have written her off TV somehow, but the way she lost, that doesn't write her off TV. So I don't know if they're going to have her on another week. I don't know what they're going to do with her. I thought there would be some sort of injury angle.
Maybe they wait till after WrestleMania. Maybe they got plans for WrestleMania. We don't know. I mean, maybe she's waiting.
Who knows?
I mean, plus you're not going to stay on your honeymoon. Nah, I don't think she'll stay on her honeymoon till Rumble. I mean, it's a 1 week thing. How long you guys really stay? I've never been on a honeymoon. So.
Well, yeah, because we're poor.
I know, but yeah.
People with money go on longer honeymoons because they have money. We're poor.
Me. I have been on zero honeymoons. Zero.
Because you're poor.
Yeah.
It's okay. We're all poor here. That's why we're here.
I see. And now Twitch is now acting right, because now we have 58 people in here.
There we go. What's going on, Twitch? Way to get your shit together.
Get your stuff together, damn it.
And speaking of get your shit together, CM Punk had his shit together as he defended the world championship against Braun Breaker and the rest of the division. And in another decision that I thought was kind of weird. I mean, you see all these other influx of younger talent in not just WWE and AEW as well. You had MJF just win their title. New Japan. Tsuji just won a title over there, beating Tanahashi.
Suri just won. She's a double champion as well, and she's young. All right, one of the probably top 10 easy in the world. Oh my God!
Willow winning the TBS title.
Chris Statlander. Yeah. Oh my God.
Julia. I mean, there's a lot of young talent coming up. You would think they would try to push that in the main card with somebody like Braun Breaker. Kind of go a little bit younger, let the old guy chase after it again, maybe go in the Rumble. CM Punk's really good as a chaser. He could have came back after the title. I thought this would be Braun's time. You kick off the new year with a brand new, younger, energetic champion, but nope. We get CM Punk, who beats up everybody with no help. Was there no help? No.
Yeah, Rey Mysterio and
That's right. So a bunch of some other old guys other than Dragon Lee.
Yeah, it was Rey Mysterio and someone else. I can't remember who it was.
It's Rey Mysterio, Dragon Lee, and somebody.
Yeah, whatever.
Maybe AJ.
No, I think AJ's going after Gunther.
Yeah, he's going after Gunther. Somebody else was out there. I can't remember.
I can't remember. Yeah, I can't remember. That Gunther promo though, come on, that one was fire. That was fucking fire. All right, that was real fire. But this match, hey, is Braun Breaker okay? Anyone got an update on that? He hit his head hard coming off that Frankensteiner.
You've seen how thick his neck is. I'm sure he's fine.
Yeah, I understand that, but your dome can only withstand so much. You know? He is a Steiner. Now,
Their skulls are like 33.3% more thick than normal people's skulls. So I think
that's true. Yeah, but no, I liked it. I didn't agree with the finish. I thought Breaker was gonna win. I really thought Breaker was gonna win this one. I thought we were getting a glimpse into the future, especially since we heard Corey Graves early on in the night during the women's tag team acknowledge Hiroshi Tanahashi. So I thought they were gonna build off of New Japan's freaking successful Wrestle Kingdom. All right, that had 50,000, almost 50,000 people at the Tokyo Dome. I thought they were going to build off of that. I thought they were going to build off of the greatness, Yota Ushi winning, becoming a double champion. You had, the trios champions, the brand new trios champions with TMDK. There's a lot. There's a lot that happened over there, and I could get, man, that was my thing. But I thought they were going to capitalize that. And they didn't, and it made me sad. But hey, hopefully we get WrestleMania like the rumors are.
Yeah, we'll have to see. I mean, the only other thing that kind of happened on Monday Night Raw, it depends on if you have the international broadcast, because we here in America didn't get to see it.
Javon Evans.
Raw did get a little bit younger and got the young OG.
I got bouncy.
Javon Evans officially signed to Monday Night Raw. It happened during a commercial break here in the U.S., so if you didn't know that, I could completely understand. Maybe the most lackluster signing ever, since they did it during a commercial break. I would understand, like, if you could pay for the commercial free here in the U.S. and actually watch it in the U.S. too. But the fact that they do these in commercial breaks makes zero sense, because you're not even trying to you're not trying to tell them to upgrade to another tier and get more money by saying, well, you could have seen it too if you had, Netflix Premium or something. No, it's just happening during damn commercial breaks.
Yeah.
What the hell?
I saw it on X. I saw it on X, and I was like, look, Raw got bouncy. Raw is bouncy now, just like what KKI2 said. But yeah, you're right. That was the only other thing that happened there. And NXT was a rockin' last Tuesday. Sorry, on Tuesday.
It was there was
NXT
a lot going on.
Was a rockin'. It was. I mean, from the match that was supposed to happen between with
Blake
and initially,
Yep.
Yeah, and then it turned into the Izzy open challenge, and Izzy out of nowhere comes in and steals the damn thing. Yeah. Come on,
after losing to Tatum earlier in the night.
Exactly. No, we're not going to speed past that, because that was a great match. First off, all right, just because. Look, I like to talk championship matches, and we can intertwine some of those. But this one, you can definitely intertwine a lot of things into one. That Izzy versus Tatum match was hard-hitting, was phenomenal to watch, and we get one more Tatum-Izzy match. I told you we're going to have 3. Did I not say we were going to have 3? I said we were going to have 3. And the next one's going to be for the Women's North American Championship. That match is going to be fucking fire. Straight up. I hope that Chainsaw gets involved somehow. Give me that damn Chainsaw.
I hope it's in a steel cage so nobody can interfere.
I was how about them damn dogs? Yeah, look.
What's up, Randy?
Randy, that's his name. Look. If it's in a steel cage, Izzy wins. All right, if it's not, Tatum wins. I'll just put it that way.
Okay. We'll have to see whenever they make the announcement. It'll probably be at whatever the pre-Royal Rumble show is for NXT. I'm sure they'll have a show that weekend, like early on Saturday, like the normal. Well, no, because it's over in Saudi. Maybe they'll have one Saturday night. And since the Royal Rumble is going to be so early, since it's over in Saudi, they can actually have a Saturday night show.
Come to
actually have a big PLE. Yeah,
come to DC, Hershey, Philly. 2300 Arena right there in Philly.
That would be the perfect place to do it. And if it's in the 2300 Arena, I don't care what kind of match it is. Tatum gets the win.
You're right. If it's at the 2300 Arena, you're right. Yeah.
Next up, we had let's try that again. Next up, we had the NXT Women's Championship. JC Jane defending against Kendall Gray with everybody at ringside as normal. And of course, Fatal Influence gets the win because they have the numbers game. No other point about it. A great match between JC Jane and Kendall Gray. JC Jane, the veteran of NXT now, Kendall Gray, the future of NXT. It was a real good showcase of the present and the future of the women's division there in NXT. But JC Jane walks away with the championship thanks to a lot of help with her friends.
It was a great match. And Gray keeps, and I hate to say it like this, but evolving. Okay, it's weird. She's evolving. Every single time I see her on TV, and every time my wife sees her on TV, she goes, "Damn, that lady's great. She's really good. She knows what she's doing."
A lot
I'm like,
quicker than I realized.
Yes, a lot faster than what I thought.
Yeah. That's what this match showed me more than anything. Is she's a lot quicker than I realized she was at first.
Yeah, she's.
The change of directions while they're running the ropes and everything like that. Just how she flips around, whips her arm around her and spins. I mean, all that just a ton faster than I ever thought she was.
This match did live up to the hype. It lived up to it, but it set up probably the saddest NXT relinquish I've ever seen in my life. But
do we have to talk about it?
Yeah, we do. And I want to point out something real fast that I pointed out to my wife. First off, can we talk about how this match was fire? This match itself was phenomenal.
Leon Slater, Obafemi, NXT title, great match.
Phenomenal. Leon's got a future, dude. Anywhere he wants to go.
Yeah.
If he signs with WWE or whatever, he's got an AEW.
He's one of those. It's almost undeniable at this point. As much as he's been on not only NXT TV but WWE on Sunday Night Main Event, things like that.
They pulled him from an event itself. Yeah. Well, after the match, we had Oba do the pose one last time, and he put the title on the mat. Standing in the background is the one man that truly slayed the ruler, and it was Tony D. My wife asked me, what was that all about? And I was like, that's the mountain that he needed to conquer again, that he's not going to be able to conquer.
Oh, Stampede said it had a bonehead ending.
It did. It did have it's just the ending now is not even talked about. It's the true ending of him putting the title on the ground and walking away. Yeah.
Yeah. And look, it's a bittersweet moment for me because I've wanted him. Look, this is how I said he should do it. I've said it from the beginning. He should leave as champion. He should relinquish the title. It shouldn't be him losing to somebody and then he leaves. They've done it in the past with other people. There's a precedent for it.
There's only one man that I would accept it. I would only accept one man that could beat Oba to send him to the main roster, and that's that man right there, Tony D'Angelo. That was the only man that I could accept beating Oba for that title. Because remember, we got really sad
because we were just talking about Briggs 3 months ago.
Yeah, we were about and now look at him. Like, what the hell happened to Briggs? We did get to see him come out on Tuesday. I think it was
in kind of the melee of promos.
Yeah. Dumb. But no, this was a good way to end him and a great way to set up that Tony D's next. Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully we have a good tournament. An NXT tournament.
Yes.
They tend to do things that the indies and other promotions would do more than the regular WWE audience.
Yes.
So hopefully they'll have a nice tournament for the championship.
Yeah, no, I get that.
Nothing else really other on NXT other than we got a vignette of somebody that is going to evolve into NXT again. I can't remember the guy's name, but he was in AAA. He's been on Evolve. Really, I think he's going to replace Javon Evans as the bouncy guy in NXT. Yep. French luchador going to come up. I was really impressed with this vignette. Unfortunately, I can't remember his name. It just
don't ask.
My head right before we started talking about it. I wasn't. I've met you. I'm not going to ask you for anybody
I was gonna say there's a French guy on the Hawks right now that his name is Zachary. It starts with an R. I don't know, and I love the Hawks.
Do it.
All right, I'm a Hawks fan, Atlanta Hawks fan, and I can't even say this dude's name right.
Stampede will tell us the guy's name here in a minute, but it looks really good. I saw him on AAA. He was really good on AAA. I know he's been in Evolve a few times too. Going to be a really good addition to NXT, and it's nice to see NXT getting vignettes like that, like Raw does, like SmackDown does. This is what Evolve and AAA should do. Not necessarily as much AAA, because AAA can go either way between them and the main roster. But this is what Evolve should do. They should be the feeder system. We see Kendall Gray. We see this guy. We've seen Swipe Right coming up. We've seen
that name's not going to stick.
Who's that? Swipe Right?
Yeah, that name's not going to stick.
It won't make it to the main roster. It'll stick on NXT. It won't make it to the main roster.
It will stick until he gets hurt. Yes, I love that Hawks trade. You get Isaiah, you get Trey Young out of here, and I'm good.
Pump the brakes. Look, he will talk for the next hour about
see my post?
The Hawks getting rid of Trey Young because he hates Trey Young. He's so happy. Let's just put it that way. Elio LaFleur, that's it. Really good. Used to go by Angel Blanc. So, yeah.
You know, we were talking about this on here. We were saying that Evolve is single A, Triple A is double A, which is funny. Yeah. And, NXT is definitely the Triple A business. But, like, you're right when you say that Triple A, can put guys in the big leagues already. Guys like Bartica could definitely be on SmackDown or Raw, and throw him in a comedy act somewhere. Iguana, he could be on main roster easily.
I mean, you look, and even on a more serious note, you look at Dr. Wagner Jr. or El Hijo, Dr. Wagner Jr. You look at Vikingo. You look at
Vampiro,
some of the other Vampiro. Some of these guys that are in AAA could easily come up to the main roster. And look, I know we're all down on Damian Priest, but that whole
I was going to just say that. That's what I was just about to say. Mecha Wolf and freaking Priest together. Whoo! That would, dude, the Mecha Priest.
Yeah, something like that. We'll go with that.
That would go nuts. I would put TNA over AAA.
I would put TNA at 4. That's the only thing I would change about your list. Is I would go TNA.
Yeah, I would too. I would switch TNA over AAA. I would
mainly because we've seen AAA guys on the main roster. You just saw Cardona, who's been in AAA. You saw Nemeth, who's on AAA. Joe Hendry's been back and forth between the main roster and there. You don't see as many AAA guys coming up and going straight to the main roster like that.
Yeah.
That is all with NXT, so we will switch gears over to the other side. AEW Dynamite last night and kicked it off with a banger of a match. Won at the last literally the last second. Jon Moxley gets the 1-2-3 over Shelton Benjamin in the Continental Eliminator match. Jesus, what a match. So good.
Yes.
What'd you think?
Oh my God. I loved every second of this match. I made my wife watch this match with me because I told her this is going to be pure wrestling. This is what people love. This is what
to put a bow on it. That is a good point.
You are right.
That is a very good point.
You're right. But this is what for now on that one. But but no, like this match right here had everything that you wanted. Two men that won the Eliminator, the Continental Classic Eliminator. Shelton had him dead to rights. Had him dead to rights.
Yep.
And it wasn't his day, but holy crap, was this a great match. The last second
reversal of the triangle. I mean, that
was crazy. He had him dead to rights. Dead to rights. And I was like, oh man, here we go.
Which it's weird to see something like that because you would look at that and say, well, that's just a veteran move. He just caught him with a veteran move. But Shelton Benjamin is so much more of a veteran than Jon Moxley is. It's just crazy.
You can catch a guy off.
It's awesome.
You can catch a guy off guard sometimes, you never know what's gonna happen. 3 seconds could go like that in a blink of an eye. Like 1 minute he thought it was a 1, and it's boo boo. I was like, what just happened? I get it. It's crazy.
Yeah, and that Moxley, it was incredible.
It was incredible.
We also had a very, very creatively put together trios match. The Demand,
yes,
taking on Jungle Jack Perry and the Young Bucks, who have returned from wherever they went. They were supposed to be out for a while, getting better, but they have returned to come out. Jungle Jack Perry, and they get the win over the Demand. What'd you think?
Yeah, the Jungle Bucks is what I'm calling them.
There you go. I like that.
Yeah, the Jungle Bucks.
That's a good one.
They're coming out together, they're kicking some ass, taking some names, and we don't have a Luchasaurus yet, so
the triple Samoan drop from with all three of them coming off the rope.
Oh yeah, that was impressive. Yeah. Oh my God. Can we talk more about the Demand here? Those guys, man,
about the Demand.
They're really. I like this group. This is tag team champions written all over it. This is TNT or international champion written all over it. This faction is the real deal. All right. We all thought the Hurt Business was the real deal. This is the real deal.
And they are.
All right. Oh, no, they are. They are. It's just these guys are faster. They're younger. They're more agile. They're healthier.
They're not hurt. They're not.
That's
hurt.
what I'm saying. They're hurt, not hurt. So like I like these guys. We all
it does give the Hurt Business a whole new meaning.
It does.
Probably actually being hurt.
Yep, we hurt people, including ourselves.
We hurt ourselves. Great match. And Carol mentioned something that happened after that. We get the Don Callis family coming out, beating up the Young Bucks, beating up Jack Perry, and we get the return of Andrade El Idolo, which we kind of mentioned earlier in the show. Returns lights out as they're beating up the Young Bucks. But something very weird happens right after that. You've got the Don Callis family with Jake Doyle there, brand new Jake Doyle there. You've got them with Andrade El Idolo, who's just returned from his absence. And lo and behold, FTR comes out on the stage, rolling Stokely out with a wheelchair, might I add, which was a great touch. But just come out and just kind of stare at the stage. What do you think that means?
Look, I don't think FTR wants any part of the Don Callis family whatsoever. Like, being a part of it. I do know they got beef with Don Callis and a few people in there. So, you know how FTR is. They'll start that beef up like Eminem would anyway, anytime, anywhere. You want some, come get some type of deal. FTR is one of those guys that can spark something up in a heartbeat. And if we're getting Don Callis family, because I think this right here is telling everyone that Edge, I'm sorry, Adam is not close. He's not close to coming back. Christian is still hurt. He's not close to coming back. So now here's an audible. Let's go with somebody from the Don Callis family, probably Andrade and
who knows. Jake Doyle. We'll go with that. Well, no, Jake Doyle is going to be with.
Oh shit!
His name just went out of my head.
Yeah, Davis. I know. Yes, thank you. Yes. That's going to be a damn good tag team there too. Both of those guys. Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
And they actually mentioned that FTR and Andrade have some history too. So that could be just them coming out going, okay, we see you. We see you here now. We'll talk to you a little later. Kind of thing.
I saw that too, Stampede. I saw that as well. That Fletcher took notice that Andrade's and both the Don Callis and the United Empire. Look, did you? I'm going to ask you this, Stampede. I'm sorry, Big Mike. Real quick, I have to ask him this. Did you see the comments by Andrade after New Japan, after his match, why he joined the United Empire versus the Bullet Club right here? I'm just asking if you did. It was really cool if you saw his comments and stuff and why he joined the United Empire versus the Bullet Club. It's really good.
Didn't see it. What did he say?
He said that the Bullet Club is dead. There's no one there anymore. He's like, who's in there? Everybody's leaving. He's like, why would I join something that's dead when I could join the greatest faction
Appreciate
over
you,
here
bro.
in Japan. You know, and he's right. He's right. The United Empire over in Japan is fire. They're fire. All right. That them and TMDK, they're fire. Or TMDX, whatever their Zach's group is. Congratulations on the trios win.
Yeah, no, I mean there's a whole lot of ways they could go with that. It could just be them. Yeah, it could be a nod from FTR to Andrade. It could be them picking a fight with Don Callis because, like you said, they've had history. They've had beef in the past 6 to 8 months or so.
Yeah.
Not that long ago had some beef. So there's a lot of ways they can do. And speaking of beef, we had a very beef filled match in the main event lights out match between Swerve and Hangman against the Ops. Swerve and Hangman get the victory in very underrated match. I thought that was a very good match.
Very great match. I love the way they use those cinder blocks the whole damn match. All right. This match was actually really good. And I could go with Japan all day because this shit's been awesome. But yes, no, I agree with that. There's a lot of things that could happen at Forbidden Door this year. There's a lot of things that might happen at Forbidden Door. But back to this match. What do they call those guys that came out that started beating up Swerve and Hangman and Nadia?
Just the Ops. I don't know.
By the dojo members, whatever, something like that.
Probably.
Those guys look like you just picked them out of the local bar. Yeah. Like, good God, what the hell was that?
I talked about this a little bit before we went on air too, and it may have been stirred during behind the scenes because I was finishing watching this match in our behind the snenes because I didn't get a chance to watch last night. Why are we so obsessed with a staple gun now?
Oh yeah,
AEW has to have a staple gun in every hardcore match, every lights out match. I mean, it was a funny spot at first, but all right, guys, let's find something.
Yeah, we're done. We're done with this. All right, yeah. Steve-O got kicked out of New Orleans for something like that. All right, we're done with it.
I don't need to see them staple Hobbs in the nuts. I didn't need to see that.
Oh, I thought Hobbs was hurt too after that stomp for a minute. Oh yeah. But no, so this match had everything that you wanted. You had Hook suplexing the shit out of everybody. All right. Yep. Hook was looking phenomenal. He was getting those hips up. Oh yeah. But dude, she was throwing these people. Staple guns. That's what he did. I was trying to be, PG
and if that's not a finishing move, then something is very wrong.
Something's very wrong.
Every guy in this chat knows that should be a finishing move. You should not continue after that.
No, you shouldn't be doing. But no, what I was gonna say was during this match, Nania, getting up there, showing heart and throws coffee in Hobbs' face. I love that spot. I thought that was a great spot. Anyone who hated it, I'm sorry, but that was a great spot for me. I thought that was cool.
Nana's always funny like that. He always brings a little bit of because it's hard to bring fun or not really fun comedy into somebody like Swerve right now because he's a very super serious, very hard hitting. He's supposed to be the most dangerous man in AEW, so you don't want him bringing a lot of comedy into his matches. That's what Nana does for him. He can do something funny like that and still keep a little bit of sports entertainment in Swerve's pro wrestling match. So it's definitely a great way to tie into each other. They play off of each other very well.
And Stampede, I think it's working because of Hobbs. When you got a big man like that and a small dude like Hook, big man, small dude, it does usually work a lot better than two big men together, But Hobbs, I feel like, is showing Hook how to get through spots a lot better. I mean, look how much we talk about
because Hobbs isn't that much older. I mean, I know he's older than Hook. That's not hard, but yeah.
Oh yeah, no. But what I was going to say was we talk about Dominic Mysterio and his character development and his in-ring development. Hook hasn't been doing this that long, folks. He got the job because he's Taz's son, and he even said it before. His dad was like, you need to find something else, not wrestling. And then one day his dad was like, get off your ass and go wrestle. Well, that too. Yeah, he does. But when Taz told him,
as good as Hook is, I can never take him seriously with that hair,
with that puffy ass hair.
I just can't.
He could look like the kid. Hey, what was that kid's name off of Shameless? One with the corn rolls. Tail.
Yeah.
Kid from Shameless with the corn rolls.
Come on, Tater, bail us out.
Huh? Carl. He look,
Carl. How
if
did you not? Oh, you got one.
yeah, I got headphones. If he braids his hair back like
Thank
that,
you, Tater.
he could look like Carl. He said thank you. He could look like Carl. You know, like that'd be funny to me. You know. Oh,
Yeah,
damn,
I mean, that
I'm
would
the
be.
same age as Hobbs. Damn, you're the
Yeah,
same age
I
as
didn't.
him.
I don't think I realized Hobbs was 34. To be honest,
I didn't think Hobbs was 34 either.
I thought Hobbs was like 29, maybe at the most.
That shows his maturity, though, man. That dude's
Yeah, no, that's good
he's
stuff.
yeah.
I mean, anything else on AEW? I know we had a really good promo between MJF and Bandito leading up to their match after Bandito won the Diamond Ring.
Yeah,
really
that
good
was
promo between those two. I liked the Willow celebration with Mercedes
Yeah.
coming out. Get more
Yeah.
of crazy Mercedes or crazy Monet, however you want to call
We
it.
had
She's no longer
Toni
Ultima
Storm.
Monet. She's Tony Storm and Marina Shafir with a good match.
Yeah, that was a great match.
So yeah, I mean, just a really good episode of Dynamite overall. Not one of the, again, kind of the same thing we said earlier about some of the WWE stuff. Not stuff you're going to look back on and think, show of the year, but a really solid start to the year. 2026. All three shows showed all four shows, if you don't throw NXT in there, all four of them showed a lot of promise for 2026. And if you don't agree with me, you can argue with the wall. I don't care. Every single one of these shows showed a ton of promise for 2026. I think it's going to be a great year for all four of them. That will bring us to the most popular new segment of the show. It's really hard to call it a new segment since we've been doing it for about 4 months now. But it's time to travel around the world. Where in the world is Stampede, our wrestling encyclopedia, as he makes his top 3 picks?
Hey guys, Stampede here with your top 3 from the week that just was. Coming from across the pond this week, a lot of action going on over in Japan. So coming in at number 3 from the world of Tokyo Joshi Pro Wrestling, Mayu Watanabe defeated Suzumi in 22 minutes and 28 seconds. Amazing match. I gave this a 9 out of 10. So you'll definitely be seeing this most likely on my top 100 of 2026. Coming in at number 2, the Global Championship and the IWGP World Title, both up for grabs in this one. Yota Tsuji came out on top. He defeated Konosuke Takeshita, and he brought back the original IWGP title design, and he relinked the lineage for that. So great start. Love what they're doing in New Japan, starting off 2026. And, nice way to move forward with Yota Tsuji. I like the direction they're going with this. Got me very interested. And number 1, Kazuchika Okada defeated Hiroshi Tanahashi in 33 minutes and 2 seconds. I really can't put into words what I witnessed in this one. In 45 plus years of watching professional wrestling, this was one of the best things I've ever seen done. Right from the start to the match itself, after the match with all the guys coming out, Jay White, Kenny Omega, Kota Ibushi, Katsuyori Shibata, Naito came out, Great Muta, just an amazing presentation for what they did for Tanahashi, and the match delivered at a top tier level, so you could not ask for more. Men's Wrestler of the Week, we got some co-winners this week. Yota Tsuji and also Hiroshi Tanahashi. The future and the past, all coming together on one show, so extremely well done. Women's Wrestler of the Week, once again, we got a co-winner. We got Willow Nightingale. She toppled the untoppable Mercedes Moné, and she took back the TBS title on the Dynamite on New Year's Eve. And co-winner is Siri. She beat someone who's been very untoppable in her own right, in Seiya Kamatani. So Siri is now the IWGP Women's Champion, and she is also the IWGP Strong Champion. So she's a dual title holder going into 2026. Tag Team of the Week, going back to New Japan, and the Knockout Brothers, Oscar and Yudo Ice. Really, really good tag team. If you have not seen these guys yet, check them out. They're going to be a major focal point of New Japan going forward. And make it a point to check out Yudo Ice's promo that he cut on New Year's Dash the night after Wrestle Kingdom. Must see on that. We got some upcoming shows and matches this week. Stardom on January 10th. That's going to feature a Goddess of Stardom tag team title defense on the line. Natsuko Tora and Rauka are defending against Azumi and Mayu Amasaki. So definitely one to check out. And if you need an in as to someone you may know on this card, Bea Priestley is also on this card. You will know her as Blake Davenport from NXT and WWE. Alex Windsor will be on the card from AEW, and Olympia from CMLL. And if you love women's wrestling, well, this Friday, Pro Wrestling Eve has a show. You can find them over on YouTube. A subscription is required, but it is a great wrestling investment. It's one I made at the start of the summer, early spring. Glad that I did. That subscription will give you access to their entire back catalog. So it's great presentation, very unique. The promotion has Will Ospreay as a producer. And they're running a show at the Indigo at the O2 in March. That show is going to feature Chris Statlander, Harley Cameron, Alex Windsor, Mayu Yamashita, Azumi, and Charlie, formerly known as Dakota Kai. So check those things out this weekend. And now back to Mike, and now back to Sped.
Thank you so much, Stampede, as he takes us around the world for some wrestling. What'd you want? You got something?
Okay, I was gonna say about New Japan, right? When we were talking about, Yota Ushi and, all that, one big thing came out of that whole Wrestle Kingdom, right? And it was that Yota Ice and Oscar were asked by WWE to come to WWE to revamp their tag team division. They came out and said no. They want to stay in New Japan. Yota Ice is Solo Sikoa on steroids. All right. Outcast is just a white boy that knows what he's doing. Okay. These two together are phenomenal wrestlers, and they put on a show so well at Wrestle Kingdom. WWE called them immediately after the match to try to get them to sign a contract.
Nice. All right. Brings us to our Twitter post of the week. Take it away.
All right, so ESPN thought it was a good idea to do a Pro Wrestler Award for 2025. And my boy Dominic Mysterio is number one. I don't agree with that. As Men's Wrestler of the Year. Women's Wrestler of the Year, Stephanie Vaquer. Okay. Tag Team of the Year, can't agree with this, FTR. And then it says Debut of the Year, Stephanie Vaquer. What?
I mean, she debuted on the main roster, right?
What? That who cares? What? That's not a debut. A debute's being brand new to the damn comp. Where was the debut at? I was just kept past that though. Breakthrough Wrestler of the Year. We got Cal Fletcher. I don't think they watch wrestling.
It's hard to argue that.
I do. I know. I don't think they watch wrestling though, because best promo artist is Paul Heyman. Wait, you've been having numerous of guys besides Paul Heyman cutting some masterful promos all year. Okay, that's not manager.
I'd say it's hard. It's hard to beat MJF for promo.
That's what I was just thinking too. Yeah. Promo wise, it should have been MJF. And then Match of the Year. This is where I don't think ESPN watches wrestling at all. John Cena versus AJ Styles.
I mean, again, I would put it up there as my WWE Match of the Year, maybe.
Yeah, but this is all around. This is all around.
I know, because they've got Kyle Fletcher, they've got FTR. I get that.
And then they got Best Pay-Per-View of the Year, AEW Revolution. You have the Match of the Year above it as AJ Styles and John Cena, and then below it, the match, the pay-per-view of the year, AEW Revolution. I can name 500 more matches better than that AJ Styles, John Cena throughout the world of pro wrestling. Okay. And I think we all can agree that full All Out or all was one of the best damn pay-per-views that we saw all year. Okay. And then feud of the year, Tony Storm versus Mariah. We all can agree on that one. We all love that feud. I mean,
2025 though. I mean,
I thought that was a 24.
Maybe. I thought it was more of a 2024 feud. Yeah,
I thought. Yeah, you're right. Because I was thinking that. Because this is what I'm saying. I think they don't watch wrestling. How is Dom the men's wrestler of the year? I like Dom. I'm a big Dom fan. Everyone's like, "Egad, Ben just said that." Yeah, look. How is he number one? You had Takesha, who wrestled in 3 different promotions. You know, you just won a G1 tournament. You had Hangman, who had a phenomenal year over in AEW. Yeah. I mean, I would have given it to Hiroshi Tanahashi and his 75-year-old knees for men's wrestler of the year. I would have accepted that. All right. Because he had, I think, 147 matches in 1 year.
Yeah, something like that. It was up there.
I mean, if you watch the Wrestle Kingdom, go back and watch his match against Okada. Yeah, he went to go do fucking. Look, that's still AAA is not New Japan, and I don't know, man. NXT is NXT is better than DDT. New Japan is better than AAA. And we can argue about AEW and WWE all day. Which one's better. But, I just don't agree. I think ESPN is drunk. That's just my opinion.
And that's the thing. Everybody says it's ESPN's Pro Wrestling Awards. It's one writer at ESPN.
Yeah.
Who has strong opinions and only watches AEW and WWE. He doesn't, because there's nothing in there from any other promotion.
And no TNA, no CMML, no free. Look, where's Claudio on this list?
Where would you put Claudio, though? Who would you put Claudio over?
I would probably put not even Claudio. I'm just saying. I'm just throwing a name out
exactly.
there. I know. But no, I would change the feud of the year and give it to. I would give it to someone else because you're right. That was 2024 bleeding into 25. It didn't take up a chunk. And I swear to God, if anyone at ESPN,
I would almost go and look. Everybody who watches this knows I'm not a huge Darby Allin fan.
I know
he hasn't been around a ton, but I would say Darby Allin and John Moxley would be a better.
That's what I was going to say. That's what I was going to say. Yeah,
I would say John Moxley and Hangman would be better.
Yeah.
I would say MJF and the rest of the world would be better because that's.
Listen, I agree with that. Dom is not 2025 Men's Wrestler of the Year. All right, you got Zack Sabre Jr., former IWGP champion. Okay, that could be on this list. Right. You have Takesha that could be on this list. Okada could be on that damn list. Moxley deserves that nod. There's a lot of other people other than Dom, and I'm a Dom fan, and I thought you would like that. I think that's why I put this in there.
I can respect that.
I thought you would like this. Yeah. I was like, "Bro, are you serious?" As soon as I seen Dom at number 1, I was like, "There's no way."
Andrade versus the Non-Compete's a better feud.
There you go.
Pretty good.
There you go. We were talking about that off air, on X, on air. Come on, that. Yeah.
Yeah. So make sure you go check out. WrestleOps has a lot of good stories, a lot of good posts, things like that. They post a lot of content. Let them know. Let ESPN know if you agree or disagree with their picks. And you can always follow us both on X. I am at _Big Mike 27. He is at SP3DROCK over on X. You see something that you think maybe post of the week, send us to tag us in it, and we'll may use yours in the future. So just let us know what you see. If you see a story that'd be cool, something that you think we should talk about on the show. And look, we only did one this week. We can have more than one Twitter post of the week. That's completely fine.
We've done that.
We've had multiples in the past. So anything you guys see out in the audience as you're scrolling Twitter, And if you're not on Twitter, if you're scrolling, I hate
Facebook.
to say Facebook, Threads, Blue Sky, any Instagram, any social media that you
Reddit.
may find, TikTok, Reddit, I will accept anything. If you walk by and you see a newspaper article, take a picture of it and send it
Take
to
a
us
picture.
over on X at
Exactly.
_Big Mike 27 at SB3DROCK. Let us know what you think the Twitter post of the week is.
Hell yeah.
Another interactive segment that we do that you guys can help us out on is the TRI Matchmaker that we have been doing since day one of the show. And who's up this week?
All right, so I went with the next up. We got Javon Evans, now known as Jake Doyle, Trey Miguel, and Cozy Fujita. All right, my phone thought I said Vegeta. No, it's Fujita. Okay, it's not Vegeta. We're not doing Final Flash around here. All right, it's not Dragon Ball Z. It's Fujita. I got it's TMDK. He's part of the TMDK. Actually, he's now a trios champion. Either way, we got Evans, Doyle, Miguel, and Fujita going at it. I got Fujita winning because this is his style. This kid's fast. You were talking about Gray earlier, right? How she can move, her cat-like reflexes. You watch this kid. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm trying to remember this correctly. He's a former IWGP Tag Team Champion. He's a former Super Junior Weight tournament champion. And they're positioning this guy to be the future cornerstone of New Japan. All right. When I was watching New Japan over the weekend, and I was watching TMDK in that in that trios match. I was like, this kid's fucking phenomenal. Where have I been? Now, I like Trey. Don't get me wrong. I like Trey. This also fits his style, and that's why he's not taking the L. Jake is taking the L. All right, because I think it's Fujita is that dude. I'm telling you, you got to go. I got to send it. I got to send you this because I just did this today. I got to start doing these a week before. This one right here. Watch I'll do one tomorrow because I'll be working on Point Taken. So I'll make sure I'll have it up tomorrow. Make sure you look Saturday at what this is so you can see what's going on. But Koji Fujita, he is a mix of Hurricane with Shinsuke's strong style when he first came in. Okay. He is quick, he is agile, and he is ruthless. That's why he wins this match. He's smart too. Oh my God. He's been working with Zach for a few years now. All right. He's been working with the master technician, and I'm telling you, man, I like Javon Evans is going to make a good showcase. We all know that. The kid's bouncy. Jake takes the pin. He's the biggest one. I think he should take the pin. Miguel's going to have a good spot, but this match is set in gold for Fujita.
So we have said a lot of times in the past, I am just a big fan of big meaty meat slapping meat. I think you can jump around, you can do your flippy flips, you can vape, you can be bouncy, you can be a rascal, you can do whatever you want to do. But at some point, Jake Doyle is going to get his hands on you, and he's going to beat you down because he's just a big meaty man slapping meat. You say he takes the pin. I say he gets the pin, pins Trey Miguel after just beating the piss out of all of them.
Yeah, I
Javon Evans tries to come off the top rope and just gets slapped in his chest. I'm not quite Gunther style, but gets taken down, chest taken out. Fujita, with his quickness coming off the ropes, is just going to get a boot in the face and it's going to knock him out. Trey Miguel is going to try to do something fun, and look, Jake Doyle is just going to punch him in the face.
Punch him in the face. Yeah, I thought about that too.
And take him just because, look, at some point, strength's got to win.
No, you're right. I like that take.
Jake Doyle gets the win by doing something really cool.
I like your take on
They should call him Jake something or something. I don't know.
Yeah, Jake something. My name is something Jake.
I did like the name Jake something on the
yeah, that was awesome. Yeah, I like that too.
But if you want to put a TRI matchmaker for wrestlers that you would like to see go at it, send it to us again at SB3DROCK at Big Mike _Big Mike 27. pretty much on all socials, including X. Let us know. And before we get to the final word with Spedrock, I will say my goodbyes. Thank you to everyone that has been in the audience. Stampede, Carol, Isaiah, Kicking at It 2. Make sure you check out the Kicking at It 2 podcast every Tuesday at 8 o'clock. Herb and Raj came in. Appreciate you, Herb. Make sure you guys check out the Herb and Raj podcast every Wednesday night at 8 o'clock and Saturday night between 7 and 9, somewhere in there, depending on when they go live. My best friend, good friends of ours, have supported us from day one, is really the reason we're here, because Herb is the one that talked me into doing a podcast. So thank you to Herb. Make sure you check them out. Mike and Ant Sports Talk. You can check Mike out on Good Morning IWC with our very own Sped Rock on Sunday mornings at 10 o'clock Eastern.
He said that shit.
Mike and Ant Sports Talk. We had Lady Alpha from the Wrestling Divas podcast earlier. Thank you. There's one of hers. Carol, who doesn't have a podcast, but she is a big supporter of Randy. How about them effing dogs, who are on every Wednesday or every Tuesday or Wednesday? I always forget when Randy's on, because usually I watch him after the fact, because I can't watch him live because other stuff's going on. But just thank you to everyone who supported us. I appreciate you. And with that, I will turn it over to the final word with Sped.
First off, I'm sorry. I thought I was muted. That's why I muted myself and started laughing. Because Mike said that on freaking Good Morning IWC. He is like, just the fact that his knees made it through that match and he hit that Kinshasa, right? First off, it was a terrible Kinshasa, folks. It was just terrible, all right? You could tell Tanahashi's knees were done. And then he jumped over the ropes and then it hit a frog splash, but it was great. That was a great. All right, look, final word. Hit those two if you're a veteran or a first responder. Want to go see a wrestling event, hockey, basketball, football, baseball, whatever it is. All right, NCAA, doesn't matter. You want to go see something for cheap, scan those QR codes right there. For a veteran, use ID Me. Same thing for first responders. You can get 4 tickets to any event that's on there for $20. Great seats no matter where you're at. I've been to a Caps game. I think we've been doing it like 3-4 times already. We've been to a few baseball games like that. We've been, to a few different things. Actually, if you're in Pennsylvania and you're a veteran, check out the Vet Tix itself. I know for sure that on Vet Tix, I'm not 100% sure on First Tix because that's 2 separate entities. But I know that the Renaissance Fair is on there, and that's pricey. You know what I'm saying? That's $60-$70 per ticket. You know what I'm saying? You can get 4 tickets for that for $20, and there's, I saw this one that I wanted to mention about this before we actually get into the final word. I saw this dinner, right? It's a Renaissance dinner. They do a whole show and everything in front of you. You get the old school food and stuff like that. And it's usually $80 a plate, 4 tickets, $20. Can't beat it. Can't beat it.
So I've actually got one more thing before you get to the final word too.
Yeah, go ahead.
I meant to bring it up. I posted this yesterday on pretty much all my socials. One of my friends, who I won't mention their name just to keep it between us, is going through some hard times right now. I actually started a GoFundMe to help them out. They're having some financial issues to get them to help pay some bills and things like that. Please go check it out. You can check it out on any of my socials at _Big Mike 27. There's a link as my pinned tweet on X. Anything you can donate will help out. Just coming out of the holidays, a lot of money. Bills still keep coming. Work may not be going as well as we hoped. Just things like that. Life catching up to a really good friend of mine who really needs some help. So let's show him how the run-in helps each other out, how we take care of each other. Make sure you go check out that GoFundMe on at _Big Mike 27. And if you can donate. If not, just share it. Share it out to your community who I may not know, who Sped may not know. The more people that see it, the more chance we have to help this person out who really needs it. Exactly. This person would give you the shirt off their back if they could. And I've seen it happen with other people. I've seen this person just give and give. And it'd be nice to be able to help this person out in this time too. So please go check it out. GoFundMe, my pinned tweet at _Big Mike 27, or you can check out pretty much any other of my socials. I've shared it to every social I have. So please take a look at that. And if you can help, please do. All right. Now back to the final word with Sped. Sorry.
Oh, no, that was great. No, I like that. All right, listen, Remember, go on Glitch, use that 10% code right there, promo code run-n, just like how it always is. Join us Saturday, point taken, 3 o'clock right here, Eastern Standard, right here on Twitch. Stampede, Mike Norton, Carlos Estrada, and we got a fourth one coming in. They all battle it out to see who's the point taken champion. Carlos Estrada beat Stampede, and I'm going to go on record and say it. I rigged that damn episode for Stampede, right? And the fact that he lost. What? How'd you lose? Oh, Estrada.
Supposed to say that out loud.
Yeah, no, they know I'm playing around. Now, Estrada was awesome. I like what Estrada did. Mike Norton was amazing, and an Ultimate One has some fantastic takes in there. Sadly, he was the first one eliminated. Then Norton was in. Yeah, the list goes on. But join us then, and then Sunday we're live again, 10 o'clock in the morning, right here for Good Morning IWC. Then this big guy right here and myself. So help us out here, folks. We don't know if we want to move or not. Do we stay Thursdays or do we go Fridays? TNA comes around. That's why we're asking. TNA's coming around. Do we go before SmackDown or do we stay on Thursdays? Let us know on Twitter. Peace.